How can I prevent hypertension? We'll get to that shortly, but first, what is hypertension? Hypertension, or high blood pressure, is a chronic medical condition where the force of blood flow against the walls of the arteries is consistently too high. In simple terms, it refers to elevated blood pressure. Blood pressure is measured in millimeters of mercury, mmHg, and is expressed in two numbers: systolic pressure, blood pressure when the heart beats, and diastolic pressure, blood pressure when the heart is at rest between beats. Before we continue, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. Let's continue with the video. A normal blood pressure reading is typically around 120/80ths mmHg. However, high blood pressure is considered when the systolic pressure is equal to or greater than 130 mmHg and/or the diastolic pressure is equal to or greater than 80 mmHg, consistently in multiple measurements. Hypertension can be primary, also known as essential hypertension, or secondary. Primary hypertension occurs without an identifiable cause and accounts for the vast majority of hypertension cases. On the other hand, secondary hypertension is associated with an underlying medical condition, such as kidney, endocrine, or heart diseases. Hypertension is often called the silent killer because it typically doesn't present obvious symptoms in its early stages. However, over time, high blood pressure can gradually damage the arteries and vital organs such as the heart, kidneys, brain, and eyes, increasing the risk of cardiovascular diseases, strokes, chronic kidney diseases, and vision loss, among other serious complications. Early diagnosis and treatment are crucial for controlling hypertension and preventing complications. This generally involves lifestyle changes such as following a healthy diet, exercising regularly, maintaining a healthy weight, reducing sodium and alcohol intake, quitting smoking, and managing stress. In some cases, medication may be necessary to control blood pressure and reduce the risk of long-term complications. Successful management of hypertension requires a comprehensive approach and close collaboration between the patient and the medical team. Now I will mention some points you should keep in mind to prevent the darned hypertension. Maintaining a healthy weight is one of the most effective strategies for preventing hypertension. The relationship between body weight and blood pressure is complex and multifaceted, involving various physiological and metabolic mechanisms. Below, I will detail how and why maintaining a proper weight can help prevent hypertension, as well as specific strategies to achieve and maintain this goal. How does weight affect blood pressure? 1. Additional load on the heart. When a person is overweight or obese, their heart needs to work harder to pump blood throughout the body. This is because the additional tissue requires extra blood supply, increasing the volume of blood circulating through the blood vessels. This increase in blood volume raises blood pressure, as the arteries have to withstand a greater amount of blood with each heartbeat. 2. Peripheral vascular resistance. Excess weight can lead to an increase in peripheral vascular resistance, which is the resistance small blood vessels, arterioles, offer to blood flow. The additional adipose tissue produces various substances, such as angiotensin and leptin, that can cause vasoconstriction, meaning blood vessels narrow. This narrowing increases resistance in the circulatory system, raising blood pressure. 3. Inflammation and oxidative stress. Adipose tissue, especially that accumulated in the abdomen, visceral fat, is metabolically active and produces a variety of inflammatory substances, cytokines, and free radicals that can damage blood vessels. Resulting chronic inflammation and oxidative stress can contribute to the development of hypertension by damaging the lining of blood vessels, endothelium, making them less elastic and more prone to stiffness. 4. Renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, RAAS. Excess weight can activate the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, a hormonal system that regulates blood pressure and fluid balance. RAAS activation can increase sodium and water retention, thereby raising blood volume and consequently blood pressure. Additionally, it can cause vasoconstriction, which also contributes to increased blood pressure. 5. Insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. Overweight and obesity are closely related to insulin resistance, a condition in which the body does not respond properly to insulin, leading to elevated blood glucose levels. Insulin resistance can contribute to the development of metabolic syndrome, a group of conditions including hypertension, elevated blood sugar levels, excess body fat around the waist, and abnormal cholesterol or triglyceride levels. Metabolic syndrome significantly increases the risk of developing hypertension. A highly beneficial approach for the human body is the DASH diet. Do you know what it entails? Let me explain. The DASH diet, which stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, is a dietary plan specifically designed to help prevent and control hypertension. This diet was developed with the backing of the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute of the United States, and its effectiveness is supported by numerous scientific studies. The central premise of the DASH diet is to encourage the consumption of nutrient-rich foods that can help reduce blood pressure, such as potassium, calcium, and magnesium, while limiting those that contribute to its elevation, such as sodium, saturated fats, and cholesterol. The diet places a strong emphasis on whole and fresh foods, minimizing the consumption of processed and refined foods. The pillars of the DASH diet include an abundance of fruits and vegetables, which are naturally low in sodium and high in potassium, fiber, and antioxidants. These foods not only help lower blood pressure, but also improve overall cardiovascular health. Whole grains are another fundamental component, providing fiber and essential nutrients that contribute to satiety and blood sugar regulation. Consumption of low-fat dairy products is also crucial in the DASH diet. These products are excellent sources of calcium and protein without the saturated fats found in whole dairy products. Additionally, the diet encourages the inclusion of lean proteins such as chicken, fish, legumes, and nuts, which provide essential nutrients without adding excess saturated fat or cholesterol. Another important aspect of the DASH diet is reducing sodium intake. The diet recommends limiting sodium intake to less than 2,300 milligrams per day, with an ideal reduction to 1,500 milligrams for those with hypertension. This can be achieved by avoiding processed foods and cooking with herbs and spices instead of salt to flavor foods. The DASH diet also advises moderation in the consumption of red meats, sweets, and sugary beverages, as these foods and beverages are high in saturated fats, sugars, and empty calories, which can contribute to obesity and increased blood pressure. In addition to reducing sodium, another vital component of the DASH diet is increasing potassium intake, which helps balance the effects of sodium and maintain healthy blood pressure. Potassium-rich foods such as bananas, oranges, potatoes, and spinach are essential in this dietary plan. The DASH diet not only focuses on the types of foods consumed, but also on how they are eaten. It promotes the consumption of regular and balanced meals throughout the day to maintain stable energy levels and avoid hunger spikes that can lead to unhealthy food choices. In summary, the DASH diet is a comprehensive nutritional approach that focuses on balance, variety, and moderation. By prioritizing nutrient-rich foods and limiting sodium, saturated fats, and added sugars, the DASH diet not only helps control blood pressure, but also promotes overall health and long-term well-being. Physical activity is fundamental for preventing hypertension, as it significantly contributes to maintaining blood pressure at healthy levels and improving overall cardiovascular health. Regular exercise strengthens the heart, enabling it to pump blood more efficiently. A stronger heart can pump more blood with less effort, reducing pressure on the arteries and lowering blood pressure. Additionally, physical activity helps maintain the flexibility and elasticity of the arteries, reducing the resistance that blood vessels offer to blood flow. Lower resistance translates to lower blood pressure. Exercise also improves the body's sensitivity to insulin, crucial for maintaining normal blood glucose levels and preventing insulin resistance, a risk factor for hypertension. Physical activity also helps regulate hormones that can affect blood pressure, such as renin, angiotensin, and aldosterone. These hormonal changes can contribute to sustained reduction in blood pressure. Aerobic exercise is especially effective in reducing blood pressure. Activities like walking, running, swimming, cycling, and dancing increase heart rate and breathing, improving cardiovascular efficiency and helping to lower blood pressure. For example, 30 minutes of brisk walking most days of the week can be highly effective. Running at a moderate pace, even for short periods, has significant benefits. Swimming is a low-impact exercise that is excellent for the heart and arteries. Cycling, both on stationary bikes and outdoors, is also an excellent option. Resistance training, or weight training, can also help reduce blood pressure. Strengthening muscles improves metabolism and helps maintain a healthy weight, which is beneficial for blood pressure. Performing exercises with dumbbells or bars, using machines at the gym to train different muscle groups, and doing bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats, and sit-ups are effective options. While flexibility and balance exercises do not have a direct impact on reducing blood pressure, they are important for a balanced exercise routine and reducing the risk of injury. Yoga, in addition to improving flexibility, helps reduce stress, which is beneficial for blood pressure. Tai Chi, which combines gentle movements with deep breathing and mental relaxation, can also be highly beneficial. In general, it is recommended to engage in at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity per week, combined with strength training exercises twice a week. It is important to start slowly and gradually increase the intensity and duration of exercises, especially if not accustomed to exercise. Incorporating a variety of exercises can help work different muscle groups and maintain interest and motivation. It is also advisable to consult a doctor before starting any new exercise program, especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions. In summary, regular physical activity is a powerful tool for preventing hypertension. By improving cardiovascular health, helping to control weight, reducing stress, and regulating hormones, exercise can play a crucial role in reducing the risk of hypertension and promoting a healthy life. The consumption of alcohol and cigarettes is highly detrimental to hypertension, and their negative effects on blood pressure and overall cardiovascular health are well documented. Excessive alcohol consumption can elevate blood pressure in several ways. Firstly, alcohol increases the release of catecholamines, such as adrenaline, which can cause vasoconstriction and therefore raise blood pressure. Additionally, alcohol can interfere with the ability of blood vessels to dilate properly, which also contributes to hypertension. Alcohol is high in calories and can contribute to weight gain, another significant risk factor for hypertension. Obesity and overweight increase the workload of the heart and resistance in blood vessels, thereby raising blood pressure. Chronic alcohol consumption can also cause damage to the heart and blood vessels, further exacerbating hypertension. Moderate alcohol consumption is generally defined as 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. However, even moderate consumption may not be safe for everyone, especially those with pre-existing hypertension or a high risk of cardiovascular diseases. Alcohol abuse can lead to sustained increases in blood pressure, increasing the risk of serious complications such as strokes and heart diseases. Smoking is another major risk factor for hypertension and overall cardiovascular health. Nicotine in cigarettes causes an immediate release of adrenaline, increasing heart rate and blood pressure. This acute effect is repeated with every cigarette smoked, keeping blood pressure consistently elevated. Additionally, smoking contributes to the stiffness and narrowing of blood vessels, a process known as arteriosclerosis. Arterial stiffness increases resistance to blood flow, raising blood pressure. Toxic chemicals in tobacco smoke also damage the inner lining of blood vessels, promoting the formation of atherosclerotic plaques and hardening of the arteries. Smoking not only directly affects blood pressure, but also has adverse effects on other cardiovascular risk factors. For example, smoking can increase LDL cholesterol, bad cholesterol levels, and decrease HDL cholesterol, good cholesterol levels, contributing to the development of heart diseases. It also increases blood clotting, which can lead to clot formation and a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes. Simultaneous alcohol and tobacco consumption can have negative synergistic effects on blood pressure and cardiovascular health. Both risk factors increase oxidative stress and inflammation in the cardiovascular system, which can accelerate the development of hypertension and serious cardiovascular diseases. Reducing or eliminating alcohol consumption and quitting smoking are crucial steps in controlling blood pressure and improving cardiovascular health. There are multiple strategies and resources to assist in this process. Nicotine replacement therapy such as gums, patches, and lozenges can help alleviate tobacco withdrawal symptoms. Support and counseling programs such as support groups, behavioral therapy, and tobacco cessation programs can provide the necessary support to quit smoking. Gradually reducing alcohol consumption and seeking professional support if needed is also crucial. Substituting alcohol and tobacco with healthy activities such as exercise, meditation, and other recreational activities can help reduce the craving for these substances. In conclusion, the consumption of alcohol and cigarettes is highly detrimental to hypertension and overall cardiovascular health. These habits increase blood pressure and the risk of developing serious cardiovascular complications. Reducing or eliminating the consumption of these substances is an essential measure to prevent and control hypertension and promote better long-term health. Eliminating certain foods from the diet can be crucial in preventing hypertension and keeping blood pressure under control. Hypertension, also known as high blood pressure, is a chronic condition in which the force of blood flow against the walls of the arteries is consistently too high. This can increase the risk of serious complications such as heart disease, strokes, and kidney diseases. One of the major dietary concerns related to hypertension is excessive sodium consumption. Sodium is an essential mineral found naturally in many foods, but excess sodium in the diet can cause fluid retention and increase blood pressure. Processed, canned, and packaged foods often contain high amounts of sodium to enhance flavor and prolong the shelf life of foods. Therefore, it's important to read food labels and avoid those with high sodium content. In addition to sodium, fried and fatty foods can contribute to the development of hypertension. Saturated fats, commonly found in fried foods, fatty meats, and full-fat dairy products, can increase LDL cholesterol, bad cholesterol levels, and contribute to narrowing of the arteries, which increases resistance to blood flow and raises blood pressure. Opting for healthier cooking methods such as grilling, baking, or steaming can help reduce saturated fat intake. Sugars and refined carbohydrates can also play a role in the development of hypertension. Excessive consumption of added sugars and refined carbohydrates can contribute to obesity, insulin resistance, and hypertension. Foods such as sugary drinks, sodas, cakes, cookies, candies, and sugary cereals can increase blood glucose levels and promote weight gain, exerting additional pressure on the cardiovascular system. To reduce the risk of hypertension, it's important to adopt a balanced and varied diet that includes a variety of nutrient-rich foods. This includes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Fruits and vegetables are especially important as they are naturally low in sodium and rich in potassium, a mineral that can help reduce blood pressure by counteracting the effects of sodium. Additionally, diets rich in potassium have been associated with a lower risk of hypertension and cardiovascular diseases. Although high blood pressure may seem daunting, it's important to remember that with proper management and lifestyle changes, it is possible to control it and reduce the risk of serious complications. Adopting healthy habits such as a balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, and avoiding tobacco and alcohol can make a significant difference in cardiovascular health. Additionally, regular monitoring of blood pressure and open communication with the medical team can help keep hypertension under control. With the right commitment and determination, it's possible to lead a fulfilling and healthy life despite hypertension. Remember, every step towards a healthier lifestyle is a step towards a stronger heart and a longer, happier life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss any of our content. Thank you very much for watching.